Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Knittin' Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. In the month of November, we have a scent of the month for November, and that is Apple Crisp. You get 25% off everything in our shop that is scented in that fragrance. Swing on by. We have other sale items as well. Want to welcome new and returning viewers. Thanks for joining us today. Should be a pretty quick podcast. We're recording late, and we'll get into that in farm happenings here. But as you can tell,
that's why we look a little
haggard. It's in a rough week, so.
Yeah. So we're kind of, what are we going to do?
Yeah, we were like, should we not podcast? Should we do a little quick update?
3 years, we've never not brought a podcast to the Monday.
So here we are. So we've kind of settled on, I think, going for most of what we normally do. But we'll jump into farm happenings, and I'm going to start off with...
After we podcasted last week, we lost one of our... This is not going to be a happy podcast. We lost our very first hen. Mm-hmm. So
our oldest hen,
one of them that was actually named. Her name was Luann, and
yeah, that was kind of our start of the week. It's been kind of
and
like
it's kind
that
of
all.
gone like that.
Yeah,
and then that day, Fuji got same day. Mm-hmm. Fuji got sick, and because on Halloween, well, we don't really know why. We still don't, even after being at the vet all day today. So then she was sick the rest of the week, got medicine for it, not getting any better. So today we went to the emergency animal hospital and saw a doctor that our oncologist recommended because she didn't want to wait around anymore.
Yeah.
So,
well, the plan was Fuji should have had a treatment on Friday because she was having stomach issues, which is basically what it boils down to. She's having stomach issues all week long. We went ahead and we delayed it. But we were figuring we can go have the oncologist check her out when we took her down on Tuesday. But she was
getting worse.
It was not getting better with the medicine that the oncologist recommended we take. And so a great oncologist, she's been texting Dawn, checking in daily on how Fuji's doing. And so this morning, Dawn was up at 2:30.
Yeah, I've had 3 mornings like this, starting at 2:30 in the morning.
So, and you've been up since 2:30 this morning. And then the oncologist checked in this morning, kind of gave her the rundown, and she says, go down to the vet and see this doctor. He's working today. He's really good, very thorough. And so we ended up going down there, and we actually just got back about 15 minutes ago. So we're trying to get a podcast in before we kind of
fall over.
Yeah, So anyways, but that's kind of...
So they gave her fluids and a lot of medicines and for
some
her
special food, and
they still, whether it could be pancreatitis,
could be
gastric reflux, but either way, it's the same medicines.
Yeah,
so
they're not sure if the chemo, because she took an oral pill last time, if that's irritating her stomach, if it's a treat that Dawn had given her on Halloween is irritating her stomach, or what it is, because Fuji's never gone through this. So they're trying to give stuff like when you have heartburn. Yeah. Basically, they say that's what it sounds like, because sometimes she acts normal, she's just like her normal self and begs for food, and other times you can tell she's not feeling good, and then...
And it's not a blockage because everything on the other end is coming out just fine.
Everything's coming out like it should, but that being said, it's been something all week long with her. So we went down and got to see the vet. He's kind of looked her over, did the whole thing, gave us some additional medicine, and he was going to touch bases with our oncologist to make sure that she's on board with his diagnosis and the direction he's heading. And then she'll follow up when we see her, which should be Tuesday, unless there's a change depending on how things go with their discussion, I guess. Because we may take her down tomorrow, or Monday. If not Monday, then it'll be Tuesday. And if they're still concerned, they may put it off till later in the week. Well, we'll just have to see.
Well, it's another thing also is her lymph nodes some of them are swollen up, which could mean that she is out of remission. And until the oncologist does a needle aspiration,
it's just one, but naturally your lymph nodes swell when they're reacting to something that's going on with you health-wise, infections and that sort of thing. And that's what the lymph nodes do, but and it's just one that's swollen, so it could be related to what's going on with her now. And so the vet that we saw today isn't too concerned. He wasn't overly concerned about it because the other one wasn't that, he says he kind of feels something, but we'll wait till the oncologist can assess, because she knows Fuji, has been dealing with Fuji for over a year now, so it should be pretty good. She has a good gauge on where things are, how they feel on Fuji, and to see if there's any change. And Dawn checks her too. So anyways, but it's been a long day, long week. Dawn's had a lot of early mornings because something about 2:30 in the morning seems to
trigger Fuji.
Yeah, set off the stomach, and once Dawn's awake, the sun has risen. So yeah, that's basically.
So that's why we almost just didn't.
Yeah, we're like we're in the evening time now. It's the late evening, so normally we do it bright and early in the morning. And get up, get it done. So we're playing catch up now. So that was the major happenings. I had some free time this week. I was working on. We got. I mentioned last podcast. We got one of those sea cargo container things to store stuff for Dawn's grandma Wilma, because we're going to clean some of the stuff out of her house and put it into safekeeping out here. And so I actually bought the material and built shelves all in there. So it's all ready to start moving, going through, packing up stuff, moving it out here for storage, just so it's safe. And, so that got done. There's something, my car. Time for maintenance on the car. So I went through and worked on that, changed valve cover gaskets and spark plugs and air filters, and so I was working on it pretty much all day.
Yeah, then we had a day with no internet.
Oh.
Even I was about ready to climb.
Yeah, this is more than just our internet issue. Actually, one of the main lines that feeds out to our area, the fiber got drilled through. Someone was putting in a new power pole or something, drilled right through the fiber optic, so it actually knocked out our entire Antelope Valley internet. Stores were down, cell service was down, internet was down. It was a major issue for about 5 hours, I guess, maybe 6. It was a long day. Teach Jimmy to do something other than play online. But yeah, it's a little bit of disconnected there. But
sucks.
It's been one of them weeks, Woohoo! So, anyways,
but I did a handstand.
There's a line in the movie that Don's referring to. If you watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall, she's been doing her yoga, and she did the tripod pose. So if you have that movie on tape, go watch it. You understand the line that Don's going to say.
You thought I was going to go ahead and say it, didn't you?
Did a handstand. We're joking. We got to get our laughs in.
The silly's got to come out.
So, anyways, but that I think is about all the farm happenings. Yeah, we're just going to rush through and get things done. So.
Yep. So in the coop. Oh wait. Farmer's Almanac, we have some questions, so thank you guys for going in and posting, and we'll answer a new one each week. Does my voice sound weird?
It's a tired voice,
Oh.
bedtime voice.
Heard it. Ooh, getting raspy. Let's. Question 4, and was by Laura Mag. Sound like a frog. She asked, would you like to live somewhere colder so you could wear more hand knits? And she posted this earlier, and so I've been kind of thinking this because my first instinct was yes. But I think more than just being able to wear the hand knits is the places I immediately thought, like, you know, Vermont or Pennsylvania or Minnesota. It was more friends, you know, and all the fiber festivals and stuff, which of course you would then be wearing the hand knits in the cold.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But then this is kind of perfect here because we do get the cold.
Yeah.
Well, to us.
You
know, I know
it's cool enough to wear your knitted stuff.
Yeah.
Your winter knitted stuff, and it's warm enough where you can wear your summer knits.
For a brief time, yeah.
That's why they make air conditioning. You just turn it down and you put your knit in it.
Put my knitting on. So, yeah. But then I think of my dad, because he was born and raised in New York, and, you know, once you have to live there shoveling the snow. And
we're in a real happy medium kind of place. You know, we get the cool and sometimes get some snow, but we don't have to shovel the walkways for 3 months out of the year. And, you know, that's too much snow. We get happy. I like a little dusting once every 2 years and get a little bit of snow, enough to play in, and then it goes away, and it's cool enough, you know, where you could bundle up and have some fun with it. But
yeah, in the mornings we've been getting to about in the 40s. Well, no, we had some 30s.
We had some frost.
Yeah, a couple days I had to bring.
Yeah, the people are getting snow. Yeah, we got a little frost.
But, you know, I immediately put my hat on and my cowl and, you know.
Bundle up.
Yeah, sweater. And
yeah, Dawn was ready for working outside this morning, long sleeve shirt, and we had to go down to LA. It's 86 degrees down there.
Yeah. Dark purple.
That's why they make air conditioning.
I do have hand knit socks on, though.
Yeah.
They're
yes,
my fishnets Dawn socks.
I saw them. Pretty cool.
Yep. So, in the coop.
In the coop. That's you.
Hold that up.
Oh, yeah.
I did my Scrappy Happy blanket. I did about 7
squares. You got your
those
square
are
a day.
all Courtney. So for you,
Yeah.
Knit and Pearl Girl. We're in slow
So you
motion.
started a new row,
Yeah.
and so you're going through. You got
I
a little
still
bit
got a
wasted.
whole
Another
row.
week and a half, 2 weeks to
Yeah.
go. But
So, yeah, they're fun. Really liked the bright yellow. That was a happy one.
it's like sunflower. Pretty cool.
So that's one thing. Why I'm having James show it is
Fuji's in.
she's
Dawn's
not
lap.
wanting me to put her down at all. Then I'm working on my vodka lemonade, which is a Thea Coleman pattern, and it's in Barocco. No, it's not.
No,
it's
it's
in
Cascade.
yarn. I saw the other yarn here.
Oh,
Cascade, Cash, DK, Vero, DK. Just look
in color 044.
Yeah. And I did about
You did quite a
8
bit on
inches.
this.
Yeah, I'm being really monogamous. Just
Try not to make that fall off.
yeah,
You'll
because
just
I
not
will
be happy camper.
whoop you around the
Okay,
pasture.
so there's your.
Dicky do.
There's the dicky do.
I think I had just separated for the sleeves last week.
Yeah, you're going to town on this one.
Yeah, it's
You're
fun.
having fun, so it's coming along.
I'm increasing for the sides, and I have one more increase for that, and then I start decreasing out for the hips. My happy tree bag. I just love that, which there's been times this week I didn't really even want to knit, so I just hold my bag. But I think last week I forgot to mention that I ripped out like 1 inch on that sweater because I had used the magic knot.
Oh, yeah.
And I had forgot to mention that last week because I wore my Goodale cardigan. Where did I wear it? I wore it somewhere. But when I got home, I looked, and you know, that 17-year-old kid could have said you got a big hole in the back of your sweater. But there was a hole, and I'm like, oh my God, we got bugs. You know, which Jimmy immediately went through the closet. He said, all your sweaters are okay. But I looked, and got the hiccups. And, sorry, honey.
There's only 2 ends.
There were only 2 ends, and I had used the magic knot. And I thought, you know, I think for the shawl or something, it's okay, but something that's going to have gravity pulling. So I got it fixed.
You okay, Fuji?
And so I thought, before I go any further on this peach sweater, I had already used the magic knot, and so I tinked it because there was stitch markers and stuff for things back over an inch to get back where I could just put in a normal
knot, weave it in.
Yeah. So, yeah, no more magic knots in sweaters for me.
Yeah.
I just don't want to take that chance to... Because there's nothing... When you weave in your ends you have the long stretches that you could re-knot or re-sew it
excess.
Back. When you do the magic knot, you clip right at the knot, so there's
you have nothing
to tie on to. So
it's going to be a tough repair.
Yeah, it was a booger, and you can tell. I mean, I re-blocked it trying to smoosh it around. Smoosh. So, yeah, my throat's hurting.
Take a drink.
Pause. Take a sip. Hey. Like come knit with a sippy. They're sweet girls. I just love all my friends.
She's gonna get emotional once she's been.
Let's get back to the happy.
Happy.
Where are we at?
We were at.
Squeal like a pig.
Mm-hmm. So that's you.
Evie and Lily, my buddy Julie, sent me a pattern this week, and it is On the Grass by Hohi Locatelli, and she does a lot of test knits for her, so I can just imagine her closet just must be beautiful with all them sweaters. Here, hold that up. And so she sent me this sweater. Look how pretty that is. That's going to be a fun knit, and I've already got Cascade Heritage variegated yarn picked out for that.
Yeah.
So that's in my mental queue.
Yeah.
So
the project's ready to go.
Yeah, that was really
at least
sweet.
in the hopper of all the projects that are ready to go.
Yeah. And lovely note with it too, which means a ton to me. So thank you so much. To market.
To market?
Yeah. I actually went to market. I think I mentioned these last week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, wow, I can see something. And so... God, I can't think today. Went to yarn.com webs, and they had discontinued colors of vintage DK. I ain't gonna take that out. Y'all know what vintage DK is. And so there was Thea Coleman patterns that I want to knit. Planter's Punch. And so I got this vintage DK in magenta. And then... So see, I even put what pattern. Generally, it'll go into a bag with the needles and everything.
Just hasn't made there yet because we had to show it on the podcast.
And then this is going to be a Thea Coleman pattern also, which is the Cape Cod. And this is the cork colorway.
This is the replacement because they had run out of the color you had originally ordered, and that's.
But I really love this color. I think it'll look really washed out today. So, yep, I got I think 4 or 5 skeins of those. So, I mean, but to be able to do a sweater for like $20, I mean, that's like woohoo. You know, and this, I think it's also machine, yes, it says that because it says machine washable right on the package. You know, so I won't feel bad, you know, because wearing it and getting Fuji hair, I can easily wash it and keep.
As long as you don't magic knot, you just do the extra.
I'm never doing that again. That's very sad.
Magic Knotaphobia?
Yes. It's a thing.
Yeah, I know. It's real.
Yeah.
Your disappearing shawl, or was it a sweater?
It was a sweater.
Sweater?
There is the magic knot shawl that I did, but I think that's going to be fine because it's not going to have that weight.
Yeah.
You know,
you won't be moving
and moving and rubbing up against things, and sounds like I'm a bear.
Scratching your back on the tree.
So, yep. I think that's it, folks.
That's it. Okay, I guess we're wrapping it up.
What did that sound like? That sound like Bugs Bunny, you know, that's it, folks.
That's all, folks.
That sounded more like
Marty Moose. Yeah, so I guess we'll wrap things up. Want to remind you that we can get a free Wolf Farm video podcast button with any paid order at Wolf Farms. Just ask for that in the comment section when you're checking out. We'll be happy to stick one of those in your order. And I guess that about does it. Sorry for the short podcast, but that's how
really
it goes.
It's longer than what we thought.
We said 10 minutes.
Yes.
You get 21 minutes today. So.
Bonus. So until next time,
Let's get cracking and catching it. Bye, y'all.